Pick your hero. Or villain, I'm not judging.
Those who oppose me shall be left to drown in my wake. We have hidden in the depths long enough. Now is the time to strike.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
You kids should stay out of this.
It's our world too.
I'm beginning to think I should have stayed beneath the waves.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Franklin and Val are gonna be so sad they missed this.
Hostile forces incoming.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. We captured the mission area!
Help me out over here. Help me out over here. Wash our foes away.
Let's get go!
Double KO!
It's an honor to serve alongside you, Cap.
Wash our foes away.
You needed some help. Let it go to your head.
Yes! One down!
Denizens of the deep!
Wash our foes away.
Anyone willing to help? I'm a sitting duck.
Wash our foes away.
Disappear!
One was here.
Attack them.
You need to disappear. I got you covered. Now I see them.
Cleanse this place! Denizens of the deep!
An Ankh. Curious.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
The moon haunts you! Denizens of the deep! That is much better!
This is real firepower! Assemble!
I will not be stopped so easily.
The area's almost yours!
We must defend this land.
I'm doing this my way.
Let everything go!
Destroy these unks as soon as you see them!
Denizens of the deep! Cleanse this place!
Vulnerable than ever.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner! Control lost!
Guys, wait, go together, stay together.
Their team's captured capture progress has passed the halfway point.
My battle has only just begun. Seize control of this place. Attack them!
They've almost got it!
Looks like they mean
My
business.
battle has only just begun.
Disappear! Rest easy, then.
We must claim this land.
Enemy located.
Three-quarters of the earth is mine to rule. I have come to claim the rest.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
It will take more than light to solve our problems.
You're underestimating my light. That's okay. Happens all the time.
Ugh, what did Doomsy do to the universe this time?
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I want eyes on this location.
Different battlefield, same war.
Attack them!
Khonshu's gonna be very... What am I? Invisible?
How refreshing!
So the mission area is yours to capture now.
Protect your key!
It's an honor to serve alongside.
Wash our foes away!
The mission area is yours.
The moon haunts you! Attack them!
I'm at maximum force.
Drown them! How refreshing! I'm doing this my way! Attack them! Cleanse this place!
Anyone willing to help?
Wash our foes away! Consider yourself conquered.
Shields up!
Heal me at once!
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Attack them! Wash our foes away!
This is real firepower!
Denizens of the deep!
Magic on?
My favorite time! Wash our foes away! Neutralize the arm.
The area is almost yours.
Attack them! Heavy weapons. Drown them! That is much better.
Anyone willing to help?
Let's keep fighting until we have a winner.
Disappear!
The moon
Wait. Go together. Go together.
My dearest Susan.
Fall back. Think, fall back. Think, fall back, think.
Control lost!
I'm about to ult.
My battle has only just begun.
Tandy needs help.
Cover me, guys, so.
That is much better.
What am I? Invisible? I'm taking care of you.
I'm opening a portal. My attack them!
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
We have done
Fall
our
back, guys. Stay there, yeah. Please stay.
My kingdom shall rise as swiftly as the seas.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
They promise me you'll take it easy out there, Susie.
Benjamin J. Grimm, you should know by now that I'm far from helpless.
Oh, I ain't worried about you. I meant you should take it easy on them.
Well, in that case, we'll just have to wait and see.
The battle
Right.
starts in
Mari
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
We sure are a long way from the back alleys of New York, Ty.
Denizens of the deep. That is much better.
I'm doing this my way.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Mission area is yours.
Be proud of what you did here.
The moon haunts you. I'm not afraid of your damage.
We need to disappear.
Situation desperate here.
Protect your key. Wash our foes away. By the eye of Agamotto.
There's more of them.
My battle has only just begun.
Control lost.
That is much better.
Behind you. Pick up your poise.
Shield. Don't mind if I do.
You cannot wash your hands of Namor.
My
They look
favorite
like they mean business. Clearly, you're welcome.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point. Control
I will
C.
not be stopped so easily.
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Small victories are worth celebrating.
The Moon Haunter!
Shields up!
I'm an easy target here. I'll patch you up.
That is
willing to
much
help?
better.
Feel the pull!
Wash our foes away!
Fucking hurt.
Next time, may not be so lucky.
The area's almost yours!
Denizens of the deep!
Hey, Kitty, enjoy the amplifier.
Your true fit to the eye summon the seas!
Clearly you needed some help.
See, I'm fucking helpful.
Cleanse this place! Denizens of the deep!
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Is it really clobbering time already done?
My way! Down them! Can't help myself.
Another epic victory! Big win! You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
My strategy? Dive first and GG no heal. Duh.
Round one, go!
Everyone's favorite merc with a mouth is ready to throw down, baby.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Here comes Headpool!
Too bad I can't help you, Myra.
one.
A game within a game. How meta. Here comes Headpool! Thank goodness this book has pictures. Watch out, coming through! Oh yeah, baby, that's the good stuff. Go get it, Pool. It's your birthday. Watch out, coming through! My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist?
It's spider time!
Watch out, coming through! Boom! No skill shot! Thank goodness this book has pictures. Oh yeah, baby, that's the good stuff.
Us against the world.
Better stop that vehicle!
Thank goodness this book has pictures.
A feast for my crows!
Only 60 seconds left.
Boom! No skill shot! Everyone's getting dizzy. Boom! No skill shot! My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist? Oh, winner!
There's still a chance to stop them.
Hey, don't lose it!
Down to 30 seconds.
We make a killer team.
It's time! Final 10 seconds.
Tremble before...
Okay,
We'll
let's
have
give
to
it
keep
another
fighting
shot.
until we have a winner.
Thank goodness this book has pictures.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be the time to stop them. Better stop that vehicle.
There's a loot icon do bonus damage.
Team up number meta. Time to go full hibachi up in here.
Only 60 seconds left. Better stop that vehicle.
Perfect time to steal all your vitality.
It's spider time!
In your face. Boom! No skill shot.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them. Double KO!
I'm back. Guess that makes me un-Deadpool.
My turn.
My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist? I'll patch you up. Oh, yeah, baby, that's the good stuff.
Better stop that vehicle! It's now or never! Stop them!
In your face.
Only 60 seconds left!
Us against the world.
The final 10 seconds!
Ah, here we go again.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner! It's spider time! The current score is 0-2. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
My strategy? Die first and Gigi no heal. Duh.
Round 2, go!
It's about damn time I showed up to the party, am I right?
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Look at you with the teeth and the tongue. So extreme. It's like the 90s threw up. Oh no, it totally was. You should see my face. It's a million times more gross.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A bunch of deadbeats. I can do this myself.
I'm some sort of spider.
You wish you were that cool. You're welcome. Oh, love that healing feeling. That got me good. I can use a hand, maybe a foot. maybe a foot. Oh yeah, baby, that's the good stuff. Hurting bad over here. Watch out, coming through. Go, Deadpool. In your birthday. Enjoy this fight. I enjoyed that way too much. This officially makes us BFFs now.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Gotta move this jalopy. Feel it? Hey, Jack! Someone clip this! My healing factor can't keep up. Boom! No skill shot! Watch out, coming through! Wait! Guess who just showed their stupid bit? Here comes Deadpool!
Judge, jury, executioner! The moon haunts.
Ah, here we thank
Get that
goodness
beetle
this
moving
location.
again.
You want to get it moving so bad, lady?
Get down here and help!
Happy thoughts, happy thoughts.
Come on! I didn't come here to read. Oh yeah, baby, that's the good stuff. My healing factor can't keep up. How about an assist?
That's my way.
Looks like we got ourselves a fight. Oh, no skill shot! Team up, nobody asked for. We make a killer team. Another name off the old hit list. Does the Lord Icon do bonus damage? Let's team up, nobody asked. Boom! No skill shot! I'll take my paycheck.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Marvel's never gonna let me rest, are they? Come on! I didn't come here to read! Everyone getting deep!
Get that beetle moving again.
This officially makes us BFFs now. Does the Lord Icon do bonus damage?
Behold the god of thunder!
Down to 30 seconds.
These guys are about to shoot at us. Someone scratch my back.
Us against the world.
I can use a hand. Maybe a foot.
Final 10 seconds.
There sure are a lot of them. They should be fun. Deadpool would be a
Final score. 1, 2, 2. expect to win them all.
Here we are at last to kick off year 2 in what is going to be an awesome banger year of esports for this game. And first of all, let's see immediately, do they adjust and get Speedery's picks protected? And how will Swamp Gaming respond to that? Gambit's off the board. Cooper, Valentina, top of the scene in America. Not gonna be able to play the man that never folds.
Yeah, and then that is going to allow Elsa in, likely for both sides, but we'll see if Swamp tries to do something a little cheeky here. Again, folks, Swamp really want this Dom win because they look so good in Convoy and Convergence. If they can find something now, it'll give them a major leg up in a best of 7 where teams are able to kind of figure out each other's strengths and remove those strengths. And like we call, goodbye to the Mantis and lock in to that Elsa.
Stay with me. Gambit, Mantis, Ultron. It's very easy to memorize because that is what you're going to see consistently here in the side of Swamp Gaming. They did every single time with the splash and the change-up. Loki going to go first up. Looking at that, they did that on map 2 and 5 against them last time, so they did ban the Loki once before, but oftentimes going to try to shut down Daze. Daze is an absolute animal in every sense of the word, and they're not going to let him get the devil, but will have hands on that Wolverine. There's the Ultron gone, Mantis protected. Oh, okay.
I love it.
This was
Yeah,
nuts.
I was waiting for it.
Hey, let's go. Shoot. Not once yesterday.
Yeah, I think that is a really cool idea. I think, you know, it kind of messes with the flow. And again, it's just, at this point, it becomes a habit, right? To have that portal play, even on, you know, when you're holding point, you expect it to come through. Removing that tool is a big problem, especially at this level of play, folks. What you'll see is these early portals, like we saw actually in our last matchup. If the team has some sort of strat line ultimate, they can commit, or they have cap, and they use that ult to stall point, you portal in, your team's back. Next thing you know, it's like nothing ever changed. And all the ults they used to wipe you off point have now been used for nothing. So it's just a massive tool to remove.
There's a lot of things you could prep for, and I think that was not on the sheet. I will say I think Swamp Gaming was expecting them most likely to protect Daredevil, right? And then you know what's going to follow from there, because if you ban the tank pool, you already know Polly is going to be taking the cap from Spark Chief, and when that happened last time, Spark Chief suffered a little bit, especially early on in Dom. Then they locked in and got it done. So they're going to go and commit to the full dive. That's exactly what you're seeing here, Shib. Everything going to be aggressive. They're kind of taking on the yeah we lost hat here when they play this composition and be looking at Spark. I think that's going to be the difference maker if they want to change the result from yesterday.
Oh, buddy, I'm excited. Strap in, everyone, as we will be beginning our best of 7 between 2 of the top teams, the leading side bracket for both A and B. Exactly what was expected, but man, have they looked incredible. Last time was a battle with Swamp coming out on top. Will it be the same story, or will TLC bounce back? Let's find out together.
Well, Shib, on both times, Deadpool was banned for Swamp Gaming in domination. Both those maps they won. Scatter is an absolute madman when it comes to the tank pool, and so with that available, going to really open up a lot of plays and push. Valentina going to be boosting herself and the team. The confidence is surrounding her and the play of Swamp Gaming. Welcome to the Swamp, they say, as Liquid Citadel looks to set up the fortress early on the point, but Swamp is showing a nice angle here at first. I like the positioning.
Yeah, it was great to see her interview yesterday. As we begin now, Speedery, very aggro on the back line. Speaking of Valentina, goodbye. Well done there. Speedery finds one off rip, setting the tone as Polly gets a second. Melophobia, though, from downtown. Just a ton of damage and great focus, but Energy says, I can do it too. With a 2-piece, make it 3, why don't you? Trying to match right back, and that will be point early on here from TLC.
I can see one team's warmed up on one side. Energy already flipping, dipping with those quick mouse pulls, and yeah, absolutely crazy. You're going to see a lot of trades like this happen, folks. It's not going to be these 6 wipes constantly. You'll see one go back and forth, and it's slight push of momentum either side. But when Speedery is free, we've seen success from this team, and they did that in the protect phase. Now setting up Polly, going to be on the Man of Freedom. The first Avenger leads the way, backs up into the team, rotates nice. Spark Chief going to set up on top of the early dive. Near a low, though. I have to go ahead and focus that as Cooper is also looking in danger.
Yeah, Polly and Cap like peanut butter and jelly. You can see just the influence of owning that space and constantly applying pressure, trying to get that all quickly. You can see ult advantage here. Going to be just slightly in favor of Team Liquid Citadel. Melophobia finding the first pick, though, but it is matched as Speedery takes out Forky. That is going to be huge as Speedery again finds another of the back line. Goodbye to the strats. Really clean start once more in this second fight. Energy onto Daze, and that's just a matter of time. You're still going to be holding this point for quite a while.
Well, talk about adjusting to the Speedery bans. They're doing just that. Absolute verdict. Guilty. Speedery is guilty as charged. Going off now as Polly finds a big hit there on Kraz, and that's going to shut down everything of momentum. There's the Glartrox. It's a fat one. They might be able to get some lunch here, but nothing going to come from it. It's going to be the response. It's a Pokemon battleship. 1v1 there. Energy, nothing from it. The monsters come up empty.
Yeah, and you can see still ult advantage up for TLC in this fight. They will have 4, almost 5 available, but you'll see almost 4 available in this fight for Swamp. There's the commitment now with the Rage of Ultron. Sparchief matches it back. Polly does the same. Daze goes down. Nero turning into the Fox. What does the Fox say? It says it wants a pick as down goes 1 from Swamp, but it's matched back from Melaphobia with a nice shot there onto Nero. Still holding on to this point, though, 93% in climbing.
Mellow and his off angles is how this team won yesterday on the quick picks, especially on Energy. The main damage, there's another as Cooper goes quickly to the grave. Valentina's Soul Resurgence kept them through that fight, committing a lot though to get this point back. Scatter gets 2 with the pistols, farms that XP, takes a photo to celebrate, and now 4% up and recharging. Shib, obviously Liquid Citadel has plenty there with Speeder getting 2 picks often. That Devil letting out should give them a lot of momentum, but you're gonna see Swamp push in heavy.
Yeah, there's going to be a double freedom charge available here, which not only applies a lot of that overhealth to your team, but does give alt charge advantage. It gives you that 20% increase in alt charge, which is very important. But when it's matched back and forth, it evens out. Who gets the first pick here? Speedy recommitting, let the Devil out. That's a very good lawyer there, but not able to get any value just yet. Dropping back the point to buy more time as the retake is coming through. The side of Swamp knows it's not a big threat to let them have it should they need to. They don't need to panic as long as they touch in overtime. Energy dropping away, getting that first pick again on Valentina, but Craze and Daze able to find 2. Wow. Speedery, though, matches it back once more, and this is back and forth here, folks.
Absolutely trade for trade as Energy now gets the air cleared from the skies of Ultron. Absolutely disgusting as Daredevil just read them like a court case. Paulie gets another, and the time ticks down. Overtime. Done, set, match. Zone 1 going on over to Liquid Citadel. Sit down, ladies and gentlemen. This is obviously where we started yesterday, Shib, with the dominating performance on domination.
Yeah, the Citadel's walls are firm in the Swamp. I'll tell you that much. On map 1 here, Stellar Spaceport, very clean by Team Liquid Citadel. You can see the focus is just very much on Valentina. Yeah, I was going to say, so I'm curious if the switch comes through. Valentina debating a couple of other strats to run where you don't just have that sleep as a cooldown to answer some of this dive, because TLC is just all over that backline right now with a full dive commitment. And again, folks, Elsa can really play into that dive. She can peel, she can poke, she does it all. So it doesn't matter if you're fitting into the comp, because the comp fits into her always.
For sure. Valentina played a lot of Loki Luna Cloak against them yesterday. It was the main kind of swap offs that we would see between them. And honestly, a lot of the weak points, if you were to find one with this team, is how much Forky relies on Invis. Once that's banned, and was banned a couple times, the swap went to Luna every now and then, but is always very comfortable there on the hero. As the Rocket going back to the Shark, though, so that's a new look for the team, at least in the fight here today. But Daze, man, when he's on the X-Men, one of the most fearful out there, and he's going to go ahead and try to put on a show against the Lawyer.
Yeah, as a Vanguard, I see that pick, especially with the name Daze under it, and I wince a little bit. That is terrifying as you see the entirety of Liquid Citadel sweep the right side. A full flank commitment here from their team, and that's what they can stack on those Jeff bubbles and get that movement speed boost as a unit all through one bubble. Commitment comes through. Energy holding that Glartrox. Kraz, pops immediately that shield, and it gets answered, and that should be, oh my goodness. Oh, I was going to say, what an escape, but no, 3 fall as Energy cleans that up.
Woo! Yeah, that was very good. I thought you had me. No, they did. They definitely had all of them right there. And now, God, I love that Star Lord voice line. Speedery gonna get Daze out of there as well. Close the quick sun and get 11% and climbing for this team. So much value there in the pressure into the punish. Once again, Kraz gonna jump off before, make sure that there's no long in between or the reset.
Yeah, and there is Kraz. Who's played great so far across this tournament, this preseason. Looking forward to seeing more of that Hulk play. Just going to peel a little bit and use those bubbles to help the backline through the dive. Brawl does a very good job into dive, folks, much like Poke beats a lot of that Brawl. That's kind of the triangle you see in these games. There goes the commitment now from Sparchief. Under, looking for a combination. Does find one, but a great fade there from Cloak. Speedery still able to get the first pick once again. Make it 2, Speedery. Somebody try to, this Lawyer at this point needs to be hired by everyone. Absolutely dominant performance. Energy and Polly again with another 2. Traded once, but they're not letting the foot off the gas, buddy.
Legally dismantling them. I literally bit by bit as Paulie charged up, ready to go. 58%. The Q's all around. Doesn't even need Mjolnir for this fight against the villains of the Swamp. Now looking for what is kind of just an awkward time of waiting. You usually want to push up to 1 point. They always take this right angle, Swamp does, and they want that because of Melophobia's setup for the Apex Predator, but Spark's going to take the battle right to them. There goes the Glartrox. He's caught right in the mouth, but is going to escape. Good bursting of the monster now as the victory is painted in the path with Liberty Rush push forward.
Wow.
1-2 fall down. They are unstoppable in the form of domination. The walls are unshakable.
Yeah, Pauly leading the charge consistently. You saw that the Glartrox pulled back quickly, but it was still bursted before it gets value, and that's why it's very difficult to land those ults when the team has focus and understanding of when it's going to be committed. Melophobia is still finding one, though, on a Spark Chief. Is a good start here for Swamp, who needs something now, but are going to lose Kraz in the trade from Speedery, and has been seen so much in that feed. Oh, this could be huge, but no Fade is available. Yep. The idea there was to prep for that. Good idea. Well done by Valentina. Pauly trades that back onto Daze. Valentina with that trade as discussed. Energy looking for one here. Does take out two, and that will be game one. Team Liquid Citadel.
Another highlight reel from the mount of the Glartrox. Yeah, I mean, hey, what did I say going into this ship? Don't overreact, right? Because this is exactly where yesterday set up. But great adjustments. I did see, you know, I like the cloak switch later on and obviously showed a little bit of what they were trying to get from it. But the adjustments, I'm telling you, all night, they could not stop thinking about it. Who wants it more, Shib? That's who's going to come away in this best of 7 as we take a look at the stats. And how fitting, buddy. You saw it in his eyes, the feast of anger.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say that. You're in my head, man. And we've been doing this too long together. I love it. It just, you saw the readiness of that first matchup, and it does go MVP to Pauly. 19-1, 9 finals. Speedery and Energy both getting 12 and 11, over double the max of Melophobia on the side of Swamp. Really clean play there by Team Liquid Citadel. But again, folks, this is what they've been doing on domination. It is by no means the swan song here for Swamp, who have been absolutely turning it around on them on Convoy and Convergence. But we'll see if that continues to be the tale right after this break.
And we're back, and history repeats itself. This is pretty much exactly how this one went down last time around. Cozy, you talked about it already at the end of the cast, but it was Swamp Gaming who turned it around. Also, of course, Swamp Gaming, they're coming into this cold, right? We saw Liquid Citadel just getting a decent warm-up game against Yeah We Lost, whereas Swamp Gaming, they were just waiting for their turn. And that might sound like a cop-out, it might sound like an excuse, but there's something to be said about having hot hands going into a very important match.
No, for sure. And I mean, I know I'm a bit of a fever dream right now because I casted technically today, but is history repeating itself? Yes, it is, because they took it to Wakanda, this exact map, after the Dom that happened, and that was over on Hell's Heaven. So it's funny how things just rotate the way they do. They like the way they won on this map. They did pretty well with it. And I agree, Energy warmed up. He doesn't need no aim trainer ready to go. He had that on Yeah We Lost.
And this is that map too that they pushed it the entire way, Swamp, and then held them 0.1. That's like, not to say disrespectful, but that's like a big play, and that gets in the mental there of TLC, and it clearly worked last time. The question is, will it happen again? Because this is exactly like history repeating itself with a 2-0 on Dom, like you're saying, and then going into the next match, you gotta hope things switch up here if you are a fan of Swamp.
Did you get the sense that Swamp was ready for what Liquid Citadel rolled out with?
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll dive into that in the pick ban phase as they adjust for it, Zoe. But for me, it feels like even though you might know what your opponent is going to play, it's not always easy to get the counter up.
That is so true. Well, Swamp Gaming gonna give their A game here on their map pick of Hall of Jala. That's exactly where we went last time, and they came out on top. Can they do it again? Let's find out.
Well, ship match 2. Once again, we're back here. 2 Wakanda maps back to back, and yeah, did speak with them a bit, and they did expect them to protect Speedery, but you can't stop what you can't stop, right? I mean, that devil was going to be let out one way or another. Again, across the board, Liquid going to go up with the Gambit Loki back to back as we look at what they continue to do, because it was only 24 hours ago they banned the Loki to the Daredevil, to the Mantis, and Gambit last time they played on this.
Yeah, and it worked. It really did work, as we see the lockout there from Set of Swamp of that Ultron. There's that DD ban. It'll be matched on both sides. They don't want Daze to get a hands on that either.
Mantis?
Yeah, that could be.
No?
Or yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna say, or Vanpool, which is not bad at all, because you know, we just talked actually to Paulie, who says Vanpool's on the table. I'm running it, feeling like a very confident Vanpool who can apply pressure to that back line without overcommitting too much. Can kind of play that main line, can fit into like a brawl, dive, poke, can do virtually everything. So you can stay in the front and just pepper back line through, which is always good too. So you don't have to fully commit to that dive comp.
For sure, and it just changes up completely how those Vanguards play, right? It's funny with that Mantis being available for like the first time ever after they banned back-to-back. Was expecting potential for that to happen because you got to get the Daredevil first out or the save happens, as they just did. And they saw what happens when speed gets their way. Now those Speedery bans are in effect, and they did not win one when that was the case. So definitely, oh man, dude,
I love it.
It makes the play perfect, right? Like there's a lot of times yesterday where like they lost the fight because of a portal push through and the resilience from it.
Yeah, point 2. I remember that exactly. That's a great call. And then they're just like, all right, if they were able to clutch through a portal play like that, let's not allow that to happen. And I mean, shout out again. I mean, Daze is also discussing on Strange, similar to like Kendrick. So it's 2 birds, 1 stone, as we can see now. It seems like the idea, folks, for those who are looking at this, for Team Liquid Citadel is go ahead and have this Mantis comp Swamp. We're not worried about it. And then we'll just ban everything else that seems to be a problem for us in our comp. And it's working on game 1. This is going to be the real testament, though.
Yeah, just continue to have eyes in the sky. Like they have answered the bell to shut down the robot that is Ultron. I was going to say, would have liked to see Daisy on the Wolf instead, so I'm actually much more comfortable there. Fastball special coming right at you. Hyped and hot. Orky Dog going to go ahead and load the team up with the jump and the kidnap. And this is what won them a lot yesterday, Shib. Daze in the kidnap, he would get oftentimes kind of gave them the out. Maybe sometimes they would lose a strategist or so, but Daze always found that opening pick off the map or into the team for the feast.
Yeah, he's a problem on this hero. He's up in the competition for one of the best, and same with DD too, but you know, going against another fellow dominant DD player, so that is up in the air right now. As you can see, jump pack available there for Daze, so you know how scary that tackle can be. Front line staying as Kraz is going to be on that Hulk. Mello, obviously, as well on that Elsa. So Elsa matched once more. Energy coming out on top last time. Can it happen again?
Alrighty, now looking to go up the main street. They typically took that upper ground where Kraz is right now. We're gonna go jump right into it. There's that kidnap into Spark Chief. Immediately deleted is the symbiote. Back to spawn. Great job, and the kidnap done and dusted. Energy though gonna try to settle the score. Does just that. Scatter goodbye. That's gonna also stop all that XP, which really helps enable the team on the defensive front. Look at that once again. The kidnap. He wants more. They find Cooper. He's stolen. Sushi cut up and gone.
And you can see the passive pop there on the Wolverine from Daze. And there's the re-engage from Spark from downtown. Going to be right out the spawn door through the left side. You can actually retake point if you're able to use that swing properly right outside the spawn door. Clean play to get back there fast. Made that happen with a huge dunk. But the pressure being owned here by Swamp Gaming. Have point priority halfway through this cap right now. TLC walking back at him heavily though. Now goes the boundary, matched at the moment by Nero. Fox is unleashed. Does it get value? For the moment, not quite yet, but the Glortrox gets launched, and it is going to be an answer for Nero. Goodbye to the Fox as it is launched back at him. I'm not sure it's as valuable though.
Oh, up in the skies, the legend himself, mixtape in and guns out. Speeder trying to find more, and there it is. Nothing but the Kumaho gonna go down, and that's the value of that second life. This is the exact same thing as yesterday, that value from the Apex Predator. Valentina picks up Spark Chief, and at this point, as we get the level upgrade, mid-madness, Scatter gonna go ahead and get those golden guns ready. Call it 007.
Oh, trying to hold, but downtown with a huge tackle. Daze able to take out Energy after Energy finds the first pick. Forky onto Cooper, and that will be a first point cap there for the side of Swamp. And what I like to see there from Valentina is waiting for that E to be popped from Venom and using that trance to pull Venom in and make it more vulnerable. Making the switch now to Luna as it's more of a street space front to back.
What are we doing pressing Q up there for Venom on Spark Chief? I don't know why that one came out. If you're just trying to get a quick pick, but either way, it wasn't going to be much of a difference maker and didn't change off the hero either. So a misplay, but not too much. I kept talking about Daze, man, just opening up the lane with those kidnaps. He did that to get that point one, and Energy, though, finds that backline once again, continued to hunt and scatter with the finish in the flush. Perfection. All of them now pushing back, not allowing any space, even with the spawn doors inches away.
Yeah, I mean, Energy used Glortrox seconds ago and already at 93%, which is absolutely insane. I mean, Melophobia doing the same, but just slightly actually in front of Energy there, so you can just notice how much damage was dealt in that moment. Teams elect to try to hold here inside of this garage as the new early, like, essentially point hold for the Streets phase and try to buy as much time as possible, but they did get some free space prior. No portal committed to get there quick. I mean, they need it as more of an answer. But Valentina going to find the first pick on a Poly, and we all know how valuable that is on someone that is discussing on that hero. Energy with Glortrox does get launched, finds two. Oh, but gets exiled to make sure it cannot be followed up on. Still is able to take out one, but what an exile there from Kraz, looking for more.
The freeze frame while the Predator is on the loose. You couldn't have scripted any better. Now Scatter finds the Spark Chief in both vanguards. Down now, Poly back with the team as the Legends are up. Going to force the pop of the Foundry. Going to go ahead and rotate over. That's enough value in itself ship oftentimes. Valentina, though, ready for the show as well to follow the Kumaho. Will lead the charge into what Spark Chief does. That's what they like to do. Cooper, though, has continued to find value yesterday. 2 eats were not enough to get the job done. Will it be today? Van Hammer is on the shark, but doesn't matter. Waiting patiently, and there it is. Going to go to get his own teammate. Unfortunately, nothing from that.
Yeah, just trying to use it to avoid that all in the moment. It's not a horrendous idea, but I do think there was some other answers. Just looking for something, but they all kited backwards. Good movement by Swamp, who's coming in with the dance floor. No fear here. Everybody, when you're moving like this, can play aggro. Forky finds Cooper, and that's going to be one up. Energy trades that back into Melophobia, so that's going to be an advantage and the Elsa advantage. Tackle comes in onto Nero. Again, if the Fox goes down, doesn't really matter because you're back in form. Teleports away, and that's kind of value there from Nero in the end of the day, as it was a lot of commitment. Spark Chief going in with a feast. Lands heavy onto the back line. Can they clean it up? Energy takes one, make it two. Do I see three? I do. Energy now stepping up to find a three-piece and push them back to the door.
Yeah, not Groundhog Day yet, because that was the big difference from yesterday's ship. They've had all the damage. It was the finish and the flush, and they could not get that from those constant feats of the Abyss. So great job getting them out of there. Down and out, 1 minute 45 now. Glortrox ready and loaded, and right now if you're Swamp, really now just got to play kind of clean in this neutral. It's going to be back-to-back. A lot of early play. These teams love, though, to get the job done right there without the Qs. Fastball special ready. Get ready to see this man fly. The X-Men up in this air, and there comes a Glortrox first from Energy, going to come up empty, but frozen in the trap of Diablo is the whole game. God punching, thirsty for more shit, but nothing from it.
Here goes the new engage now. Wow, energy onto Daze, and that passive being gone was very valuable. I'm sure that communication was made to the team to allow that initiation to happen. There is more drop back. Scatter able to find Nero to trade it once again, and that just seems to be the case. If somebody goes down, it always is answered. The positioning was maybe overextended for a proper reason. Pauly gonna dive in, gets tackled out of the sky though. That was huge to push away, and the whole team believes they have the pressure from that freedom charge, but they don't. What an answer. Valentina takes out Speedery again. Kraz, huge moment there as Melaphobia able to clean up Spark Chief.
Yeah, we are gods, but we've got a Hulk, right? That's the famous line that we continue to see, and no different here in Marvel Rivals. The point going to be capped out. Glartrox for an Aura, as well as the pick and the finish. Speeder up is down. 2.73 left. They want to take and continue this hold. Down goes one. Melaphobia going to find that spawn room. Instant value now as the show goes on. Coachella's here live. Valentina keeping the team alive. Kraz, man, getting one.
Trying to buy time on point here using that feast. Driving back line, the communication was made to get on point. 1 meter left and available. It's gonna be difficult here for Spark to hold on, but doing so somehow. Great healing in the back line. There's a big ultimate there. The last stand comes through, and the pressure alone was all that was needed as Scatter takes out Pauly, and point two have been taken by the Swamp.
Dude, that was disgusting juggling. I mean, from Kraz there at the end, and then just absolute perfect pressure and push. Didn't have to use much outside of that, and that. This could be tough, though, because going into what is such a last point to take, they don't have much. Forky at least will have a bit of a defensive effort, but they have every answer to that, right? And by the time that laps around, Speeder is going to be close as well with how fast he can get that. Going for the kidnap, flying in the sky. Peter Pan comes up empty. Does find... wow, how does he get it? That is consistent.
Wow, that is being down an ultimate charge there. Scatter now committing towards backline. 100 HP and almost going down, but able to drop back. Great focus by the backline of Swamp as they do also find value through it. Pauly goes down once again. Forky's got Pauly's number. Same with Valentina as they are still keeping this pressure. They had 1:11 to push this forward. They still have 36 seconds, and they've got this thing moving quickly. They want a full 3-piece cap like they did yesterday.
Well said, my friend. Now Scatter pushing for the aggression set to maximum. Cooper hungry for more, and it's going to go ahead and lead what is going to be a bit of a slow, soft approach. Now Daze slicing, dicing, Rage is maximum. Going to go rotate back, make sure Snowflake keeps him up and healthy. Passive still intact. Speedery with the click and the finish dash. Goodbye, Yokai. As now comes the Kumaho. Going to go ahead and flush on in now. The Glartrox out and ready. Melaphobia finding Pauly in this.
Wow, that was a massive Glartrox. Not only gets rid of the Kumiho Unleashed, but also able to take out Pauly, who had ult available. And we know that would have been massive in this. Spark able to trade after Daze and Kraz do the same. Energy takes out Scatter. Speedery on to Daze. It's not over yet here. TLC does not want to lose this as they're holding on tight. Valentina with the dance floor shortly. Out goes a huge slice with the Cutterfly. Melaphobia going to be in a tough spot trying to make that chase happen. And Melaphobia is juking for the moment. And wow, that was disgusting moving back to the dance floor to stay healthy.
Perfect positioning, and now here comes the dinner. Predator is activated, and Prey is surviving. It doesn't even need to get the finish and the meal. They hold them to 2. Liquid Citadel now on the offense.
And folks, that is a good push, as you gotta consider yesterday Swamp held Liquid Citadel on .1 before they could even cap and get that thing moving. So this is going to be a decent push for them, but it is absolutely winnable here for Team Liquid Citadel, who are, I'm sure, having that in their mindset.
No, absolutely, man. And I mean, listen, there was a lot of things done well. Obviously, man, that Speedery rotation, insane to stay up through it all. I mean, I feel like they did a lot of the same game plan. Shiv, what stood out to you, though, where they were able to hold so strong? Obviously, tough point to take. Like, that is not an easy one. Anything else, though?
Yeah, I think the switch at the end there, I actually really like the switch from Speed to go towards that side because they were essentially diving together with Nero. And you can see that set up a few times on cam there where they're playing with each other, hard committing onto the backline and finding one. And that's really all you need. But, you know, obviously it was answered after that fight there by Melaphobia with a disgusting ult. But either way, that pressure and trying to pick off Luna, who can deal so much healing and so much damage, is very valuable. So that switch was a crucial switch for them.
Takes me back to the White Queen team-up days of Psylocke. The disgusting echoes where you would just see Speedery swipe on in and click a couple buttons, goodbye, gone. But can still do that to such success with like such little time to react, right? We've seen that with the Elsa, but that's what's like Psylocke's specialty in a lot of ways is the burst quick combo. And on heroes like Luna, you've got to get the job done extremely fast. Valentina can be on Cloak and Dagger. Now, as they set up for the defense, I think Daze has to play a bit more safe when it comes to the kidnaps, though, and that's the difference of being more on that defensive angle.
Oh, really? Taking a lot of damage there. Forky able to drop back. Daze in a tough spot, but still has that passive. Can play more aggro. Scatter trying to build ult quickly. Energy doing the same. Applying so much pressure on a Melophobia and is able to find that pick. And that is a huge Elsa trade. Daze trades with Polly, but that attention was the whole goal. Whoa, that movement was insane in the sky there from Daze. That's a high sense right there.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's abilities that Daze has on Wolf that I know. What team up is he? Is the flying one? Because I got to continue to find it. I just know it comes from Torch. But either way, waving at you is Scatter, which pushes the team back. But good job to answer. Just like that, Scatter going to go ahead back in. Those upgrades reset, as y'all know, in this game mode. Slicing, dicing. Daze finds more low, though. Proc, I believe, is the passive. They're taking the whole fight back to it. You're going to go ahead and see Spark Chief now in a bit of danger, popping his cooldowns, and Energy finds a big one. Kraz going down, forcing out Valentina to use the sustain, and this is exactly what they want with the point close to take.
And there are some answers for that. You can try to use, well, Cooper's thinking Jeff, but that will be faded as they're, oh, one less. It's a surprise. Might have found a few there. Tries to land Glartrox and anyone that tries to juke in that moment, but the combo was a good idea, just to no avail. Some great responses from Swamp on the defense. Forky committing the boundary. Speedery trades one, but Daze on a Spark Chief, as there goes the Galactic Legend up in the sky. Forky gonna patty cake with backline. Last stand goes out for Daze, who does not seem to find any Psyche lie. Down goes Nero as Kraz cleans that up. Speedery trying to escape. 9 HP and a Dream does that. Wow, clean movement there.
I mean, just W to see Forky Dog there, and the perspective of him as the legendary goes in the sky, because he gets inside at the perfect moment, and then they've got the pseudo ult and the cloak bubble that just keeps everybody up through the madness. Melophobia has the Predator ready. Look for them to use this so aggressively as they always do to farm up the next one and press go. Here comes Monster Hulk, though. It's going to be Kraz in that backline, causing chaos, jumping out because immediately 1,500 health deleted Shib. I'm trying to find Solus and pump up that ult charge for the strats.
Yeah, it's a great hold so far. We'll see else here in a minute as we have a flyby. We have Beast of the Abyss diving in and going to be answered shortly. And Melophobia with the big Glartrox opportunity. Polly going to start off with a Freedom Charge. We've seen, getting exiled right at the door here. Everybody's collapsing in heavy and it's working out for them. Just a full snowball comp bringing us back to, we lost. And it does work as they take this point. Liquid Citadel are not done yet and they've already pushed farther than they have yesterday.
Yeah, Spark Chief getting a lot of value from this Venom compared to yesterday, at least in a lot of these matchups. Daze was able to be the complete server admin, Game Shark activated on this map in particular, and they, even though I've had to deal with them, doing a much better job in the terms of communication. Shiv is what you like to see if you're a fan of the TLC. Now Cooper, only one with ult, and she can be close behind as he always is. See how Melophobia chooses the off angle, always trying to find a pick.
Yeah, I just think Valentina's doing a good job of making that, kind of a moot point, this Jeff ult, but it does force, and there's the commitment right now, I was going to say, it does force you into staying in cloak form, which, if you don't have ult out, is going to be a tough look. Polly just going to escape off from the right side angle, try to drive some attention in that direction, and that's what Cap does, going to re-engage when they least expect it. Everybody healed up now and resetting as the next fight commences.
It's a great call out, man, because that phase form, oftentimes when you're not playing with teammates that are always aware of you, you got to pop it whenever Venom pressures you. Here, they know just to hang on to it. Kraz, Melo, get 2, 3, make it complete wipe. Gonna be clean in the neutral. Forky Dog also has that invis. They did use the scatter ult, but other than that, and that was just a fight win on always around.
Cooper with ult available. Energy, Nero in the same vein as Speedery. Look over Forky Dog, Melophobia, soon to be Daze for Swamp as answers. Ult advantage in the favor of Liquid Citadel, but Swamp has a fight they can lose in terms of positioning, but the boundary gets committed now. Daze almost in a tough spot. Still holding on to that passive. Melophobia with Glartrox available as well. Is going to land something huge here. You see it coming with a two-piece. Collides into that side. The It's Jeff comes through, but the bubble is an answer. Well done there as the cleanup comes as Cooper falls now. Melophobia with one. More commitment as the Glartrox is his answer, but that one does not land. Daze onto Nero. Again, Swamper up after a ton of commitment from Liquid Citadel.
Yeah, Jeff and Diablo both hungry. Only one coming up with the full belly. And man, I just got to say, I'm not crazy about Cooper on Jeff right now, especially with that answer on the other side that they can do with Valentina. But we'll see if they adjust from here. You got obviously the team up. That's also going to get that healing so much for that team and ready. But Shiv, time is evaporating just like that. The chances to take map after map again follows. Krazman has the ult. Monster Hulk ready to roll. Spark Chief has been nailing these feats of the Abyss. Let's see what he goes with.
Oh,
Here it
goes
is.
under now. That is a huge land. Everybody's antied in that moment, but the answer comes through from Valentina. Really well played once again, just farming these ults so fast and leading them right back to the door, and they cannot handle it. They do not have an answer right now. Maybe that Glartrox to pull off if available, but it's very difficult to make that happen on the timing because a lot of the best of these C&Ds are staying there in that cloak form so that they can immediately fade should they need to upon ending that ultimate. Because if you are in that form, you will end in that form after using the ult.
Yeah.
As starting up once more with the throw.
I gotta say, Shib, the bubble has got to get, pulled out before Valentina can use it there to protect from that Venom ult, right? Because you're trying to go for the pop and the perfect cooldown with the ult, and every time it's healing right whenever that cooldown pops, and you're not able to get the secure on the strategist. It's the only way you can on Venom, and they're answering every time. Really patient play from Valentina. Love what I'm seeing. Scatter gets Paulie out of here, throws the middle finger now towards what is going to be a Jeff running for their life as well. And the pop the elephant gun sends Venom to the grave. Jeff to follow. 20 seconds left, just like that. Glartrox is the only thing to the name. And shit, they can't even get out the gates.
Yeah, Swamp have stepped right back up. And folks, we assumed this could be the case, and they're looking clean doing it right now. TLC's got a lot of space to take here, a lot of yardage to move forward, but not able to do that just yet. Commitment, the big tackle coming in from Daze once more. The combo right here with this Hulk on Kraz has been just such a problem. Melophobia driving them a mile away with a tackle, able to find one onto Energy. And that is just clean play once again.
Oh my gosh, with the Berserker Rage and 3 stun just like that. Nero going down to 0 very quickly. Spark Chief trying to find something with Speeder and getting a click, and that's going to at least give them a little bit of space towards the damage. Forky follows, so it looks like, oh my, Valentina and Daze! Oh my days! Gonna pop the portal though to try to keep this thing entertaining. Energy now coming in, but Valentina pops the internal path to get the purple path of victory in their clutches. Now Swamp Gaming gets 2, and Swamp Gaming takes map 2.
Yeah, that was textbook there by Swamp. Bounce back heavy. They are coming back with a vengeance, and they are going to tie things up 1-1. That was unbelievably clean right there. That second point defense, it didn't move at all.
Dude, this is what we highlighted yesterday. There was nothing of big ult play there. The Venom, not successful. All the Glartroxes came up empty, right? Like, there was an answer in a position for every which situation. They were playing the spawn like it was theirs, my man. I mean, that was confidence oozing and why they took it to this map.
Yeah, they just had answers for Paulie too. They did a great job marking him, as you can see in the stat line. Not a lot of finals across the board here besides Energy, which is to be expected up at the top. But folks, we are heading to game 3, 1-1 tie. We'll be back right after this break.
And it turns out history does repeat itself. Yeah, this is a few different heroes, of course, so it's slightly different looks, but the same map. Could this have been an email? Like, are we just watching the same series again? Is that what's going to happen here?
Yeah, I don't think we go over to Spider Island this time around is what happened yesterday, but honestly, you could just tell we're looking at the best two teams in America. The way they play, the synergy in between them is to an all-time maximum, and man, the strategist play, if you're a fan of the role, you were watching the GOATs at it. Yggdrasil Path is going to be our destination. Asgard Shib is where we find ourselves for match 3. If you're looking at Liquid, it just felt like the big plays really never came out. I wanted to see Spark Chief kind of bait out some bigger cooldowns earlier, and Cooper being on the jet for too long. Those are things I didn't love. What about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of things that I thought were disgusting, was the Peel Wolf alongside that Hulk. That Hulk bubble was so valuable. Like you said, stopping the Jeff. I didn't love the Jeff play just because there were so many answers. Valentina had no issue ulting ever. Never felt pressured. Always had huge ultimates. 52k healing, over 12k over the opposition, 14k, I believe. I mean, it's obscene. It seems like they had no pressure back there.
No, they really didn't. Like, Swamp Gaming clearly had the answers to what was coming out of the gates for Liquid Citadel. Can they do it again? Last time around, they went up in the series on map number 3. Of course, different map this time around. So let's see who's going to come out on top.
Alrighty, Ship. I mean, Yggdrasil Path always feels built for the iconic moments of the Game 7s. Me and you've been able to do some great ones with them, and I love this map. Now, last time, map 3, they banned the Wolf after that, right? Because you had to stop it, and then they kind of stopped banning the Wolf from there. So I'm curious if history there repeats itself, because again, Daze, especially on this map as well, this is going to be a scary one. You would know that well as a Vanguard man.
Oh yeah, I think Wolf plays great here. There's a lot of corner angles you can tackle around that allows your team to just kind of get free value on every single pull. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm surprised because Kraz is looking so good on this Hulk too. You know, stats don't really show well for Hulk. The value really is in that exile, those bubbles, and 41k damage blocked up there with some of the most, even alongside of that Venom, right, of the 43k from Spark. So big value there, but I'm with you. I don't know if the Wolverine bans a play because he can still just go over to that, as you see, Daredevil, which is getting banned out now, and there's just so many answers for both sides. It's so crazy.
The meta is in chaos shambles, and I love it, right? Like everything, I think I saw this, everything feels good, everything feels bad. There's so many answers for just incredible amounts of tough situations. You got this strange ban, which I think we're going to be seeing for the rest of this night, but the Wolf save coming in, and that's to answer what they did last time in fear of what might happen. Last save coming here for them. A few angles. Again, Deadpool is probably, yeah, that's what I was expecting to see to continue the Poly show.
Yeah, I mean, Vanpool's actually really good into Wolf, and you expect the Wolf coming. Honestly, I think that you mentioned, what do I think I wish I saw? They saved Vanpool, I believe, last time, if I'm remembering correctly, and never played it. They ran the cap, and obviously Polygon cap is a problem, but struggled heavy because Wolverine is constantly peeling, playing the peel game, and, cap has, some escapability, but Vanpool, you can pop that damage reduction. Next thing you know, you can turn it on them, and you have plenty of time, a ton of escape, a ton of movement cooldowns. You have an ultimate that'll keep you healthy. You have solutions to the Wolverine, and that is something you need right now.
Yeah, one thing, I said yesterday, and I'm going to say again today, this is, I don't want to say must win, but it's close to it for Liquid Citadel. They cannot allow 2 to fall. We've talked about the mentalship of these teams in Swamp with getting the loss early. We saw how they handle adversity, and they respond greatly. Yesterday, the mental kind of hit heavy there for Liquid Citadel. Paulie hates losing. We can tell it, and it just happened. Just got that loss. So now we're going to go ahead and head to Asgard. They like to flex the golden fart. We're not going to see the team up, but, we have seen little flashes of it, Shib. Have you even seen that team up in your ranked matches once, my guy?
Never have I seen the fart cloud. I'm going to be honest. It's funny to see, and it could get some value. Obviously, getting a change here in the recent season, a little more, getting those heals back quicker as you land shots. But no, haven't seen it, at all. I think he's been taking a heavy step back since he lost that 15% of his healing.
I was just going to ask at the break, do you think they pull out the thing, praising Cozy, but do you think this happens because Spark Chief being able to be such a heavy counter for that Wolverine, and obviously one that they can fear and answer to a lot of the time, and just stop what has just been this pickoff of pickoffs on the Vanguards? But here we go, man. This could be an answer, and I like the play. Oh, boy.
Yeah, you can see... Wow, what a pick there by Scatter onto Cooper. You can see they're really putting a lot of stock into this Wolverine and fearing the Wolverine. I'm surprised that Vanpool maybe isn't getting the play that we might have thought, as down goes Paulie. And Another pick for the side of Scatter is looking clean off the rip here on this smart play. Honestly, across the board here from Swamp.
Yeah, Sue stomps, man. I can't believe that he got that kidnapped of all heroes, that Invisible Woman. Such a hard hero to grasp with that escapability, but here we go now, seeing the lines of poke. This is a bit of an awkward thing. Sometimes we like teams to push up here. Other ones want to hold the line. And wow, what a LeBron! With the right click of the baseball right into energy, the freeze now. And this is just shutting down the door. Liquid's going to have to adjust fast because Spark Chief's about to take a quick trip as well. You're going to rotate back.
Yeah, it's a tough Vanguard line to go into group with. You can charge off walls, but you know, if the team doesn't have focus on those walls, you will struggle. Huge ultimate there with the Strangling Prison. Can they combine off it? They can. Forky gonna find three. Melophobia with one. Disgusting ult there by Kraz, who used the wall to propel himself upward and then find it, you know, over top of some of those shield answers from Pauly. A huge Strangling Prison. Disgusting play, Kraz.
The big man gets big plays with Hulk, Groot. Doesn't matter. Man gets it done. Cap. Absolute crazy flexibility and keeping the top level of performance in clutch. Nero now throwing the balls up top there to see anybody is going to be lurking from behind. Kamahok is going to go unleashed here shortly, but the Soul Resurgence is what pushes them forward. Again, they targeted Speedery. How do they answer? The Glartrox comes out, Thing is down. Now with the quick pop and a slam! Scatter! Goodbye!
James from 3, able to find one there, make it 2. Valentina on to Pauly. Energy falls 2 with Melophobia. And that is just, again, another sweep. But
Wolf.
Team Liquid Citadel, a ton of ults available.
I mean, you can still feel the rim shaking from that slam dunk. And it's just one ult at a time, right, man? It's all they need to just keep on stopping what has been this push. Liquid has everything. Like, they're not committing, at least. But it's time to. Minute 28 seconds. Everything on the line. This is feeling like a must-win situation. Spark Chief does have his clobber time up and ready to go, and the show is on as Valentina throws down the K-pop song, and is going to rotate back. Needs some health and help, but now it's going to be Pauly. All eyes on him. Not a lot of Elsa from them, but going to play it now. Melophobia, though, finds Speedery in the back, and there goes one. The rest are looking to fall. Have to rotate back once again.
There's just so much fear of this Wolverine that I think it's leading itself into being a very tough comp to get around this corner with right now. And there's going to be ults gaining quickly here for Swamp, who should have advantage in this next fight once again. Folks, only 52 seconds available on this attack, and it seems like TLC is crumbling. They're in the same headspace as yesterday when they went down.
It just feels like Cooper is playing a bit off as well, man. Like this is just not the team of perfection that we're used to seeing in these certain moments, but either way, it disappears. Activated. Forky Dog keeps them up and healthy. Clobbering time slam down. Say the line. He does, but nothing comes from it as Dinner Time comes out and the feast is abound, but nothing going to come from it. Good punches with it. Groot going to go ahead and just get the Spark Chief. Nero finds Daze, says good night. And just like that, they finally get a bit of a push, but Shift, they don't have Strange. So you win this fight with the 6v5, you win the point.
Yeah, and at this point, they're just trying to keep him in this choke here. Speedery going to be on that wolf now and has the last stand available. This could be a disgusting play. It is! Come on now! Speedery able to find one. Energy onto Kraz. And now, folks, we have ourselves a game as point 1 will be taken as there is no portal play back. That was a disgusting idea. Well played by the side of Team Liquid Citadel.
Yeah, honestly, I love the Wolf here. I think the Wolf is definitely going to be the play moving forward when Speedery does not have access to those heroes. We saw it a bit yesterday, but not enough from the iconic duelist that we've seen in the scene now. Year 1 to year 2, energy throwing trap above. No flanks happening from the back end. Go ahead and keep eyes peeled. Everybody now pushing forward. Only one on the point. Have to get this pick. It's a left, right, left. The lesion of Valentina. That's the only thing they need at this point. Shib can move forward with ease. Forky Dog does have the invis. Going to try to save the boundary if I were to guess here. I'm going to waste it too early with plenty of time to go.
Yeah, they're finding more answers through more traditional means as Pauly is going to be on that Magneto.
Off angle.
Sky is hit here from Scatter, but Melophobia able to find energy, and that's a big trade as once again, Elsa mismatch now. Out goes the boundary from Cooper, though, on TLC. Meteor M is up, trying to eat some of this damage, looking for somebody, looking downtown. Oh, but what a shield there from the side of, I believe, Forky Dog as Pauly cleans up Kraz in that fight.
Yeah, misses the 3-pointer, but gets the 2 right after with the left, right. And there's Melophobia. These off-angle Shift, I keep watching this because Spider Island yesterday, same fact. He just finds an angle to get the hit and the pressure. And again, here it is. Cooper is not going to be able to escape, but he does. Perfect backup, but still finds himself the hunt. Spark Chief goes down. 1 minute, 10 seconds left here in Asgard.
So all about these big ultimates now. Days holding on to that last stand. Kraz, the similar situation, could be a big strangling prison. And they go back to back here. Nero and Spark with ults available. There is that Berserker Rage. The last stand comes through, able to clean up Speedery from the chaos. It's the start there, but again, that is an ult out for Days. Time still on the clock of 45 seconds, trying to walk them to the door. Not allowing a portal play should it be needed, but it's a little too early for that to be considered just yet.
Holding down the W. Trap set and ready. Diablo hungry, and same as the Swamp, setting up the messy conditions to take down the Fortress of Citadel. Now with the quick kidnap once again, the Groot ult to try to set down the back line of these strategists, forcing the Kulaho thing, throws down the Clobber in time now as the Galartrox comes for more. That's a lot of Qs, but nothing up for Swamp. Now it's a slam down in the fist, and the entire Liquid Citadel collapse into this Swamp and lay that foundation.
Oh, and Speedery tries to hard engage there, try to get that all quickly, look for the backline, but they do escape and not able to make it through that tight corridor. But this could be a big last stand opportunity. Ult advantage here for the side of TLC. This is their fight to lose. Energy with the Galartrox through this corridor. Mashed back with Invisible Boundary. Scatter going to have Meteor Ramp potentially in this fight. Forky with another answer. Valentina. It's all about, can they make this happen now? Trying to get Valentina before she can ult, and bang! Down goes Valentina. The last stand is available for them to tackle outside, and they are going to consider it and make it happen. Well played by Team Liquid Citadel once again. Swamp Gaming now playing on their heels.
The animal is on the loose and the show is canceled. Valentina now stuck to the point and gonna have to go on tour leadership. This is what they couldn't do yesterday. They could not finish on the clutch moments. Doing it twice now, point after point. It's nighttime now, heading into the tree.
Oh, wow. This is just beautiful Marvel Rivals. So much fun to witness this level of play, as there's a lot of commitment and great communication. Again, you can just see what they're thinking prior to these fights. They're understanding what's going to be committed. Using that Galartrox by last stand to keep them out of that boundary was game winning, or at least point winning there, as we're going to see what Swamp could do here on point 3. Can they hold them? Scatter has ult available. Valentina as well. Up in the skies, that Meteor Rem now. Biding time and waiting, trying not to allow much value. Goodbye to Pauly, who's stuck under that Meteor Rem in that moment.
Yeah, Pauly with ult as well. Gonna go ahead and look as 46 seconds, nothing left on the clock with all these overtime clutches. Either way, they are not going to back up. Relentless now hunting for more, like the Animal Planet. Predator he is. Takes down Spark Chief, and now 34 seconds. Look at what can be had. We have the show ready, Galartrox to boot, and the Groot on the other side. We'll see how Pauly responds to this defensively. What do you want to try to do with this mag ult here, Shib?
Yeah, if you're Pauly right now, you're hovering the Q button, waiting for seeing Kraz play a little bit too aggressive. When you think that ult's going to be committed, you try to stop it, but instead going to launch a little early and feed it right into the shield of the opposition's Magneto. Really smart play, heads up play by Swamp, who now launch out with a combination Galartrox, but it gets stuffed by their own wall from Kraz right there. Not able to make that one work out. Excuse me, actually that was Energy, so even smarter play by the side of Swamp. I apologize. Melophobia finds one. Forky scatter again. And that could be the hold here on point 3.
It's Clobber dead. Nothing. Swamp Gaming hold. 2 points in. Set up the mess to try to get the victory. Now on the offense side, Shib. That was a really well done job at the end. And wow, I mean, perfect mechanics to stop everything pushed towards them.
Yeah, I mean, the idea there that I think was super smart that I kind of miscalled at first, but then corrected, is Kraz throwing out the wall inside of the boundary right before being eaten by the Galartrox that came out from Energy. Actually saved potentially 2 lives and potentially the point there. So really big play. And just heads up play across the board, especially the eat there from Scatter on that Meteor end. Both Vanguards in the front making clutch plays at the very end.
I like this swap up. Nero's been playing a really great Fox, but I feel like with the comp they're going against, Shib, it just doesn't feel like Fox might be the answer, at least here and now. I like the Luna switch up, hoping they stay to it. It was going to point out there on map, or point 3, and obviously has been a good comfort pick. Valentina obviously repping Luna on their side, and it's been so fun. These teams put together for what has been a show in the making, buddy. We've got ourselves 2 to push. This can't be a tough map. That point 2 is so hard to take, man, with that spawn right there. I'd put it up in the top 3 out of our maps. And so at least you've got that if you're a fan of Citadel.
Absolutely, and you can see here Liquid Citadel is going to try to run that triple comp, bringing us back a season here. So they're going to likely try to hold right up at the door. We'll see if they elect to do that, which will force Swamp into a spawn break comp, and that's why you're going to see that Storm coming out, which I think was an idea even prior, but does work well into a comp like this. They're going to try to play right on top of the cart and bide as much time. Portal back then, right onto that ramp to ensure a second fight, and then walk in for the third fight. So that is their idea here for the defensive side of Liquid Citadel. Here's the hold from Spark Chief. Going to start up early and just run away. nice and slow and steady.
Yeah, Storm is brewing in Asgard. They did this in Spider Island as well. Melophobia on the Storm often. Daze, though, on the Moon Knight was not there yesterday, and obviously such a perfect classic play from tier or stage 2 and 1 last year. Forky Dog gets a trade, but Cooper with the other, and that is where the old call back to the Animal Crossing. Rocket gets the res, continue on the defensive effort, and can allow that pick. We saw Energy back in the Triple Vanguard days play a little mag ship.
Yeah, it looked great on the mag too. A lot of duelists are able to play that mag, just understanding it's all about aim and patience. Kraz able to find Spark there. Very difficult to play that thing into a Groot like this. Puts that wall behind and follows up. Kraz still holding this point, trying to find another pick at the moment. Daze now on that Moon Knight. We potentially see the switch here onto Strange if they can't make anything happen. Daze finds one onto Energy. It's matched back once more as the commitment comes through from Valentina on that Eternal Bond.
Yeah, I like that bond to give him a little bit of safe room to push forward. Daze and Co get more, and wow, they did that without even Khonshu lending a hand. So get ready, because the portal will be available, but you know what's going to be tough is when you've got the moon falling 1,000 miles an hour as they exit. Look at this setup. Are you joking me? A big brain plays ahead. They would never expect the moon from above. He's going to jump back and out, and there comes the hands. Falling from the Egyptian god. No landing from it, though. Good rotation. Scatter finds one. That's a big one at that, as now the rocket's down and the BRB with it. Fear Magneto is up. Slammed down his energy. No connection ship. Missing the cues all around.
I mean, that was a textbook re-engage, but even cleaner by the side of Swamp to be able to, even through some of those misses, still come out on top. I can't believe that. Really, really well played there. Not finding any value with the combination of the Strangling Prison into the Moon Knight, and instead just going to get picks in the neutral through that invisible boundary. So smart, but the retake, as we're discussing, comes through with the dance floor from Nero on that Luna. You mentioned Luna being very valuable in a comp like this. I do agree. Help break some of those walls and help poke that backline a little bit.
What a weird battle that was. I mean, you had Storms out, Khonshu out, the Groot ult, but nothing came from it. And then the show in the neutral to keep up the momentum. Man, Kraz has just been lethal with these fastball specials, not on Wolverine, but on Groot now. Valentina going to find another, and this is going to put a lot of pressure on them. The invisible boundary is up. But right now, great job from Citadel on point 1. This is an easy point and a lot of ways to give. Spark Chief finding Daze is going to cause the reset of damage, most likely. Okay, gonna keep pressure up, and there it is. Scatter played a lot of Emma last year. Invisible boundary, Forky Dog activating that team of safety. They gotta get the win here, Ship.
Yeah, and it's looking like they will. As a few picks come through, Valentina takes out Polly. Now trying to stay on Spark in those moments. Really good movement here by Melophobia up in the sky to on that Storm, and that is going to be a pick well done by Valentina. It was a good focus on the energy. You can't escape that, can't juke that right there as Forky and Kraz find another, and there will not be another touch here. Polly will, not even going to elect to try, as they did buy some time, but is 3 minutes going to be enough?
Girl, you nasty. That was crazy. I mean, Valentina is just so fun to watch. You can come back in-game client and watch the perspective of play. One of my favorite parts about that in-game. I might just go back and watch the Valentina play, because there's so many clutch moments and small things. I was talking about that in the green room and the break. There's the iconic spray from Paulie. The man hates losing. You can see it in his eyes now in the cam. So he's going to go ahead and move on in. Try to set up this defensive front. This is where they've got to win, Ship. If it gets point 3, it's going to be all but over.
Yeah, bunker indeed busted there as Melophobia takes out Spark Chief. And that's going to be answered as Spark Chief comes right back into the fight with that BRB. The value of the BRB being ever more present on this point as they try to hold tight. Polly and Spark Chief making the switch to a more dive-oriented composition. But Valentina with this bond and another pick here onto the backline, doing so well with this cloak. Just playing so smart and so clean, like he called out there. And look at all this space that they have immediately from this group.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Not even using that for the damage amplification, but just quickly there on the finish in the flush. There goes Valentina with the Eternal Bond, now setting them up as Nero.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my holy Predator out and prey caught. Are you joking?
Folks, I want you to realize, energy right there. Launched the Galar trucks on the right side on top of the Eternal Bond, jumped to the left side of point to pull them off Bond, and cleaned 3 of them with the team. That is disgusting and probably something you maybe didn't even notice happened. What a clean play. Again, answering, burning an ultimate and getting value. That is what they needed to change this pace a little bit. But you know what? Daze on this Wolves. Scatter with the Meteor Ram. Melophobia with another Galar are some decent answers as the commitment comes through.
Yeah, you can't teach that shit, right? Good push there on the invis just makes Speeder now slightly off-angled, giving Melophobia plenty of coverage there to go ahead and say just that. Cheers, mate, moving forward. Absolutely perfect play there and great push there at the end from Forky. Now Avengers are going to be assembled at the helm of Cap himself. Up goes Statter, slams down the meteor. I'm going to go and get a quick dash and finish. Energy staying alive through it all. And the Madness Polly punching, throwing, dashing. He can do this all day as Sparkshi finds Valentina. Both strategists gone, Shiv. This is an easy opportunity now for Liquid to clean it up.
Yeah, you mentioned you wanted to see them pulling out some of those strategist cooldowns, and having Cap and Venom do that is exactly what they needed. They are going to have Speedery there as well, so a lot more pressure on that backline that seems uncontested in these matchups so far. Very smart change in composition here for Team Liquid Citadel. Swamp Gaming not able to make those ultimates work is a tough look, but Kraz does have the Thing Switch, very close to having that ultimate in days on the last stand. We know how strong that can be.
Now, when you have Venom with a little bit of a damage boost, you can do so much more. They might be waiting on Nero for that, but either way, just look for that slow with the delay pop of damage that they try to do so often with the Feast of the Abyss. He's been doing it solo a lot lately, but it's going to go in as well to use it as a tool for survival this time around. That's the other way you can use it, but quickly burnt down. 200 cannot get away. Begging for the CC changes, shit, but not in this pack.
12 seconds on here, folks. Swamp Gaming needs to clutch this, or we will be heading into another map where Liquid Citadel will be up. They've done a great job defending this point here, and this is going to be their choice. The tackle comes through now. Cooper trying to deal some damage on to that last stand that does not get value, and that's another W in terms of a team fight here for the side of Liquid Citadel. The clobbering time's out, and it could be big. Energy trying to find an answer. Shuts down Forky. Quickly make it 2 here. Do I see a third? I do, and that should do it here, folks. The W goes to Liquid Citadel.
No monster needed when you're a monster yourself. Energy seals the exclamation point on the win that felt needed. It changed history.